Many Wantirna South players, too many Doncaster East players not manning up, creating a bit of an overlay and plenty of Wantirna South options. The matchups that they've got in defence now will remain for the entire quarter. They feel that's a real positive that they can bring to this final term. And the last message he gave the boys was give up now and it'll hurt till November.
Well, the kick goes forward for Wantirna South. Thanks, Dyson. The Doncaster East came from a fair way behind earlier in the season to beat Wantirna South, but not as big as 40 points. You've got to double your score and kick more than that as Batsanas kicks it up towards the wing position over the head there. That time of Tenler has picked it up and then switches it into the middle of the ground over the top there of Batsanas. Dean's got the handball away to leg it over the top. That was good play. And now Wantirna South move forward across the half-forward line. Here's Papa on the right boot. Scrambly old kick, making it half a big Dan Badone, but it was nicely picked up there from Hutchison. Handball over to Olms. The big man, can he kick one of the goals of the year? That's a contender. What a start for the Wantirna South Football Club. He's been an absolute cracker all afternoon. That's his third goal on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, and it is game over. I'm calling it early in this one, 10-12-72. Doncaster East 3-8-26. They can't come back from here.
I think you're right, BWS. It's a pretty accurate call there from yourself, and we've banked on about it all day, but it is quite amazing watching this guy play.
He's a freak.
That was the sort of snap you'd see from a 160 centimetre small forward. Really good pick-up and really good goal.
It's crossed down boundary side to Dyson Baker.
Around the grounds, Noble Park at three-quarter time, 10-10-70 lead. Doncaster 8-8-56. The Sharks not going away, and a 14-point margin in favour of Ringwood 6 minutes into the final term over there.
Well, a little bit of a little handball going forward from Batsanas. Went into no man's land. Crone picked up the spills, got it away to Teagle. Linked up well in the middle to Leggett. He has a little bit of space. He's looking for the handball as well. Inside forward 50 towards Badome. He got knocked away there. Nicely done there by Coghill. Picked up there by Papa. Kick was smothered. It's still in that forward arc there for Wantirna South as Jack Martin kicks it in towards the middle of the ground. It was a low percentage kick. Not too sure where that target was going. Charging after it there was Cook. Got a little toe poke on it. Lowther was there to mop up for the Lions. Got the handball away. Yaubi looping handball out wide. And here's Papa Constantin now. Kicked a goal already. Yeah. Inside forward 50 he goes. And a strong, well, up towards the 50, and a strong mark taken there by Agnew, who had a little bit of space, and he's just got to go back and back himself from here, Josh.
Much better kick as well by Papa Constantin. Now, it's what we've been looking for 3 quarters, and that was a fantastic entry inside 50, and looking to go short here is Agnew.
Yeah, not too confident in his approach, but Limback had the front spot, and, well, Dogger's got to go back and put this one through. It's ever so important.
He still even made it hard for Limback on that kick. You had to actually go for a bit of a specky as well, BWS.
This is his first shot since that second term where it was a bit of a let-off, wasn't it?
So Limback has been playing deep in forward. Ray Baird from the cheap seats asking for something from Dogger, and Dogger comes in and kicks a goal. So a quick answer, 3 minutes into this final term, the margin is 40 points. So is there still some life in Doncaster East yet? They need to slam on 3 to 4 very, very, very quick goals. Bendigo Bank scoreboard 10-12-72 to 4-8-32. Still opening up that window, Dyson Baker. You lost all rights. You lost all rights for cheap comments with not showing up to EFL Sunday today.
He's like the Muppets on the ledge, heckling you.
So ball back in the middle, Gav.
Yeah, Limback, he actually had 1-1 on the board at quarter time, and he hasn't really seen it since, has he? So good to see him back on the goal sheet with his second, and it's a 40-point margin. 4 minutes gone in this final term. Rucks go at it. Paget nullified in the ruck, but he follows it up, but he does a bit of an airy. There's a heap of players now around the ball, but the green and white are the first to it. Like Hutchinson, he just ran over the top of it. Tackles fly, and he just pushes them off.
He's so good.
And then he hammers them forward in an open space, and they're off and racing now. Teakle on the end of it. We'll hand it off to another runner. Here go the Devils. Opens up to Baker. Baker from the boundary, 45 metres out. Puts it to the goal square, and he can't finish it. Martin's there to mop up. Takes the chest mark and runs back into that pocket and kicks it outside defensive area. Paget gets underneath it, but he drops it, thankfully, into the arms of his teammate Saravola. Gets it to Papa Constantino. Gets it forward inside 50, but the defence holding up nicely again.
Papa Constantino, you've struggled with that all day, Gav.
Well, the action was so quick I stopped. Burkett took the mark. So we almost agreed to call him Papa, but there's a Papa on Wantirna South's end. Tennant got the ball at half forward, kicks around the corner, but to no one in particular, and the defence do well just to see it over through Waller.
Tell you what, Jack Martin's going to make a pretty late run for the Doncaster East Best and Fairest. He's had a superb year, let alone the second half of the season. Fantastic today in what's been a pretty tough ask down back.
He's been a ripper all year. Had him as my player to watch in the Eastern Footballer at the start of the season. Really stepped up to the plate and a big player for Doncaster East as the ball comes in now, but the Devils get the clearing kick, goes out towards the Hutchison direction. He's been a class act all day. You'd expect to win that football, and he did. Kicks it up towards his mate there in Walker. Almost got a little push in the back from McLeod. Umpire said it was okay. McLeod goes after it again. Bustled his way through. Almost dropped the football. Umpire said it was okay. Stacks on the mill and will have a bounce in the middle of Baronia. Tormore reserve.
Umpire did a bit of spectating there, I reckon. Lost a bit of interest. There's a couple of free kicks maybe against Donny East, potentially.
Last quarter, they're...
They normally let it go, Gav.
Yeah, you tell him, Brash, as the umpire throws it up, Brash.
I'll throw it up if you want me to.
Once again, we'll have another ball up just inside the centre square.
You'll just be regurgitating if you throw it up.
Didn't even have time for breakfast. Came and saved Dyson Baker on AFL Sunday as the ball comes in the middle. Brash is still waiting for his hamburger. Dyson as it comes out now. Leggett hit the deck and copped one high for his troubles. Got to pay that one. Non officiating umpire seeing
twice
that.
He's done it today.
Yeah, and he's called it from about 50 metres behind play, so not a bad call there. Must have good eyesight.
Holding the man.
So the ball up towards the half forward line. The kick goes.
That's Taz Klingon. He's had a fantastic game. He has not wasted a disposal this afternoon.
Scott takes the mark. Short passes on. This is good. Oh, thought that pass was absolutely perfect in the end. But Papa just gets his head basically ripped off and was happy to do so. And he'll go back, and distance will certainly not be a problem for him. Sorry, it's Harkness, and Willie's got a raking left foot about him, and no doubt a very good shot on goal.
That's why Limback shouldn't be allowed to get inside the defensive 50. He doesn't know what goes on there. That tackle was a bit too high. He's lost. Limback did that tackle over his shoulder.
So it'll be Harkness. Love the way that he plays football. That's a goal nearly. No, just didn't get the purchase enough, and it was going straight but rushed through for one behind. Bendigo Bank scoreboard, 7.5 minutes gone in this final term. Cockhill to bring it at 73 plays 32.
Kicks it out to the left back pocket in front of the scoreboard. McLeod's got it. Looks in for dangerous kick, but it's going to be rewarded because Lauva picks it up in the centre. But he kicks it out wide. He kicks it towards the mountain instead of a player. And when Shalakis gets onto it, it beats him to the line and out of bounds.
Well, completely disobeying the coach's instructions. They were told to go down the middle or the other side. And
well, Limback's only just got back to full forward now, so they might have not had the structure they wanted from that kick out. So it's a ball in 50 metres out from Doncaster East goal as they go to the Baronia Road end. Short throw in, punch to the Harkness. Gets it, and then the ball bounces back to under his feet, so he just holds it there as he gets tackled, and it's going to be another ball up. So they've just got the strength around the contest all day, the Devils. Harkness, one of them. Flying effort by Gleeson, and the ruck knocks it forward, close to the boundary line. Devils have got it, get it to Walker on the bounce. He steps around his opponent with a bit of a stutter left before he goes right, and Badome gets onto the ball. He's a long way from goals, not his normal MO, and Coghill, he's usually on his back, and he tackles him out of bounds.
Ringwood by 14 points, 10 minutes into the final term.
Ooh, upset brewing here, I think.
So it's on the outer side, boundary throw in, suits Pageant, who knocks it forward into the corridor. Tackle comes in on Batsanis, who just spills it to ground. Some help there from Doran. Now they've got it going through the middle as Agnew winds up, gets it onto Shalaka's direction. Hyper pressure on him. He drops it under that pressure, and there's two Devils around him. Young just picks it out off him and hands it off to a running teammate, and they're galloping now. The Wantirna South go to centre forward. Leggett in back position, pushes the opponent off. The numbers here with McLeod, and he drifts the ball out wide, and they've got a man all on his own
Batsanis takes the mark and kicked it straight into the man of the mark. He kicked a girl off inside forward 50. He goes. And the mark's been taken by Taylor Leggett, who's already kicked a goal this afternoon. And he'll go back and just slow things up a little bit. 10 minutes gone here in this final term. And, well, he may as well back himself in here. He's had a fantastic game, Taylor Leggett.
He looks like he's a bit tired. He's looked for the pass a couple of times.
Going to get close to the man on the mark here, but he's just got enough almost to the top of the goal square, where the big man takes the mark in Holmes. Well, we've talked about him all afternoon. What a target he has been. He's just been on today. There's no doubt about that. He's kicked 3 goals and expect this one from the top of the goal square just to go absolutely straight through Stevie Johnson style and slams it home. 4 goals on the board to the big man, Brad Holmes. And on the Bendigo back scoreboard, Wantirna South will be moving on to the second week of Division 2 finals. And they'll be taking on Mooroolbark next week. There's no doubt about that.
And they'll take him up pretty well, I reckon. We saw Mooroolbark yesterday struggled, and Wantirna South have been very impressive in this second half. Got to give full credit to them, and got to take a fair bit of confidence into that game. And if they can get their movement they've been doing today, it's been some superb skills and made to expose the lack of Doncaster East.
Yes,
it's been a great
Josh.
performance.
Let's go boundary side for chiropractic betting. Dyson Baker.
Yeah, boys, around the grounds at Jubilee Park. Noble by 27 points, 8 minutes into the final term.
All over.
Stephen is doing the rucking. He's foot disadvantage to Gleeson, but they get it out of the middle to Doncaster East, and a nice diving effort into the mark there for Tenler. Tenler at half forward takes it. So Stephen, what a competitor. He'll jump for anything. He'll run through packs, and he did the rucking there for a guy that's only 6'2"-ish. And Tenler got...
Well, it's his range if he kicks it to himself and then has a shot.
So Tenler from 55 is just going to put it towards the goals. He looks like he's got the length, but the punch on the line concedes a point for Gleeson, or via Gleeson. And BWS was right. He didn't have the journey, but he tried. Another minor score, 4-9-33. It's a 46-point margin as Wantirna South are 11-13 at 79. The kick in is to the pocket, just on the bounce, finally getting there is Burke, and he's so tired that he just paddles it in front of himself instead of bending over and picking it up. So it's a bit flat this game already, 12 minutes into the fourth quarter. 27-point
lead to Ringwood over Heathmont in the final term. It looks like the Redbacks will be moving on to the next week to take on the Templestowe Football Club for a shot in the big dance in Division 3 as the ball's across the half-back line here for Wantirna South. Brent Walker happy to hold that one up.
Yes, a very disappointing finish for the Heathmont Football Club this year. BWS going out in straight sets.
Throws it up. Looks like Alf Molinaro's thrown his toys and leaving the ground as it comes out towards Micah Stevens, who holds the football up. So about 70 metres out from goal. Knocked down that time from Gleeson into the arms of Stephen, who just hasn't given up trying, and
he rucked
and given the free kick as well. So Mika goes inside forward, 50 short passes on it, was risky business. Nicely done there from Gleeson. His kick was half smothered, but they've still got the time here. Hutchison, little handball away, backwards to go forwards now, and now it's in the arms of Waller. Sold a little bit of candy, then just squeezed to kick up across the half-back line where a solid mark's been taken by his teammate in Daniel Crome.
That was too easy there for Dean Waller.
Handball off to Burkett on the right boot up towards the wing position. Spoil there from Dean Coghill, and over the boundary line it goes. Cross down boundary side, Dyson Baker around the grounds.
No, just a quick note on the matchups in this final term. With Shane Tennant going forward, it means that Scantleton's gone to Hutchison, really robbing Peter to pay Paul in terms of this final term, because I think Hutchison's probably had about 10 to 12 disposals. Tennant's hardly touched it.
Special comments from the boundary line as Micah Stevens goes after it. Handball inside forward 50. Gained every bit of about 25 metres there. That was okay. Wantirna South, little handball out wide. Here's Saranod, just linked up magnificently, and now they'll be get a chance to create a foot race out towards the wing position now. A bit of a wrong in there. Hurt them in that instance. Gleeson goes after it. Lucas was there for Doncaster. He's got dispossessed of the football. Probably could have been pink for dropping it then. And kick off the ground, and the mark's been taken by Baker. On the right boot, wants to switch play here. That's a good kick. He finds Brent Walker. Walker on the right boot, squeezes it back inside. Ryan Baker takes another mark. On the right boot, kicks it up towards the Scott direction. He was a big flyer, almost pulled it in off the back of his heel in the end. Goes after it again. That was good play. Paddled it to his advantage. Nicely done there by Jack Stephen. Got it away to bat silence for Doncaster East, and now they'll have a chance through the middle of the ground. That was a nice kick where Padgett takes the mark. Got a little bit of space. He can kick it towards the limb back direction, and he went in pretty hard there, Dogger. Might have given away a 25-metre penalty.
I reckon you could do with a Jack Stephen in this side too, BWS.
It was a slip of the tongue. It was Martin.
Sorry, Jack Martin.
Still.
How could I get my favourite player wrong?
What, Stephen?
Well, I'm a St Kilda supporter, but Jackie Martin always wins for me as the kick goes now up towards the wing position for Wantirna South, bouncing football. Which way is this one going to go? Gleeson, little look-away handball. That was pretty clever in the end. Gerloff on the right boot, up towards half-forward line. Centimetre perfect. They've been all day. Deans takes the mark. So he'll go back, lope around on the left boot. Umpire says, no, just come back. Umpire probably being a little bit too cute there, but anyway, nonetheless, kicks it up towards the Alps direction, over the back of the pack of him. It's knocked away. I said play on Chrome at the fall. The ball couldn't get rid of it. Tennant had him racked up, and will have a bounce 20 metres out from the Wantirna South goal line. Leading this game by a very healthy 46 points. 16 and a half minutes gone in this final term, and it'll be Deans to go up, knocked down, and came out towards Batsanas, roved it well on the left boot. He'll use, no, he put himself into a lot of trouble there. What a tackle by Walker, and he'll be rewarded with the free kick and a shot on goal about 35 to 40 metres out, a very difficult angle. Walker has already kicked one goal throughout this match, and
he's just been sensational.
This would be the icing on the cake, there's no doubt about that. So Walker, he's going to have a ping.
As you would.
Well, and why wouldn't you as well? He comes in now. It's a good-looking kick off the boot. I reckon he might have snagged this one. Walker kicks his second. Wantirna South go charging into the next week of finals on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. 12-13, 85, out to a 52-point margin out here. Doncaster East 4-9-33.
All class from Brent Walker. He's had a fantastic day.
Yeah.
It's taken us a fair bit of while to see some good set shots on goal, but that was a beautiful finish. It's always tough kicking from the pockets out here at Tormore Reserve, and elite stuff from Walker with the goal.
Well, we won't call that the chiropractic betting goal today, although it's right up there, but the pancake parlour player today to lay the tackle and snag the goal. You could almost give him the $50 voucher right now. Ball back in the middle, Gav.
Stephen claimed it again, but Batsanas turned his back on the hand pass, so it's been a turnover in the middle, and they're going to run through Waller. Waller just kicks it as long into centre forward. Walker again!
Oh, good mark.
What a grab. Pressure on him. Tennant didn't give him an inch, but he didn't need much more than a millimetre, and he took the mark. And he's going to short pass it. He's not greedy. That's beautiful play. Harkness drifted from half back into open space and is marked at 40 metres out. And he quickly shares it. Leggett, he's the one who's going to take the kick. Will it get the journey? Holmes again! He just put it on one arm, pushed off his opponent. 2, 3, 4 taps to yourself. Claim the mark like you're the biggest man on the earth.
Gee, the Boomers could have done with him.
And he's missed the left. From the left pocket, he came inside, but he pulled it too hard. And it was a minor score.
It's like missing a free throw, Gav.
So it was a minor score, 12-14, 86 to 4-9-33. It's a 55-point margin, but we're seeing showtime here in this first semi. They were lining up to have shots at goals. Eventually Leggett kicked it all the way to Holmes, and he dazzled with the mark. Coghill, he's been a champion today.
Oh, great mark.
And Martin has stood up as well, took a mark flying in front of the pack. His kick's going to be turned over though, because Gleeson got in front of his opponent in Salisbury and marks it on the wing. So they're very dejected, are the Lions, and Wantirna South are just playing around them. Baker, he spears it into his teammate Waller, who dropped it, but he was able to walk out of a tackle. Gets it onto his teammate, and they're sharing it around. Eventually, they'll kick it from the wing. Here's Holmes again. Yes, sir! Big bump on him. Comes to ground level. It's all Leggett. 30 metres out. Goal! If Holmes doesn't get you, someone else will. Wantirna South 13-14, 92. Doncaster East 4-9, 33. They're playing scintillating football, but it's Donny East spectating.
I don't think when I came here today that I thought this game would be close, but I didn't expect the margin to be out to, the best part of 60 points. I'm staggered at the moment.
Full credit to Wantirna South.
Yeah,
we heard Matt Clark three-quarter time wanted his team to run this game out and really put in a strong fourth quarter performance. They've definitely done that. 4 goals for the term, running right.
So an easy one there for Deans against Pavic and Stanton. Now came out. Shalakis on the left boot, sends the ball inside forward 50. Mark taken by Young, who wants to take off. And why wouldn't you too? They've got all the momentum at the moment. Klingon takes the mark out on centre wing.
He's been good at centre half back, Young. They've had so many good players.
Such an even spread. Here's Teakle. He never plays a bad game. Never seen it inside. Goes up. Walker takes the mark. He's about 60 out from goal. He wants to square things up. It's just too easy at the moment. Scott takes the mark, pops it over into the forward pocket where the mark's being taken by Chrome umpire. Said it was play on. Well, it doesn't even matter anyway because Harkness strolls in and Harkness names it through. That's his first goal on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, and RSVP your invitation to the party out at Walker Reserve tonight for Wantirna South. They are absolutely running away with this game today. A fantastic effort by the Devils and really finishing off Doncaster East in style.
It's like training drill out there for Wantirna South. Just the amount of free guys they had inside their 50, and it's a really disappointing way to end the season for Doncaster East. We know they've had a pretty average month, but this is not the sort of performance you want to put up in a final regardless of how you're coming into it.
Ringwood have beaten Heathmont out in the Division 3 final today, 69-36, so a 33-point win today to the Ringwood Football Club. They progress next week to take on Templestowe out at Eastbeld Reserve on Saturday at Eastbeld. Sunday it is, I should say.
Walker got tackled as he got the ball out of the stoppage, but he's been penalised for dropping the ball in effect. And it's a free kick to that man, Stephen, who's always been good for Doncaster East. And he's going to hand it off to Agnew, standing next to him at the centre circle. He tries to hit a leading target. It does get to a 1, and it's marked by Latu Green. And he's marked from 45 metres out, but there's no joy in that for Doncaster East. It's a 65-point margin as we tick towards 23 minutes gone in this last term. Latu Green from a 45-degree angle hits a bit of a flat mungle kick and has been chopped off by Teakle, who stood tall in front of the pack to take the mark. And they're doing everything right. Number 25, frustration coming. Maybe Martin on the mark must have said something because Teakle gets a 25-metre penalty or advanced. So they will get out of defence easily for the Devils. He kicks sideways. There's plenty of men on their own for the Devils now. The long kick to the wing. In good position is Dean. Stephen again puts the body check on him. At ground level, though, it's Baker. Baker puts it into the way of Klingon. Klingon gets onto a teammate. Now the bouncing ball inside 50 for Wantirna South. Bedoman. Coggill wins the battle. Gets it onto his teammate, Iobi, under a heap of pressure. Coggill again stands up in a tackle. He won't be penalised. It was a good tackle by Scott, and the umpire will ball it up 45 metres out from Wantirna South's goals. It's been hard to be clean all day, but Wantirna South have definitely stepped it up a gear, knowing that they've had their opponent pretty much to their mercy since three-quarter time. 24 minutes gone, ball trickled out of bounds, and it's going to be a ball in. As Doncaster East look a little bit frustrated at the moment, a bit more push and shove. As Stephen does a lot of work in the ruck, tackles again. Leggett, though, gets it out to a teammate. They're going to try to hand pass into the open, but it's been chopped off by Doran. He kicks it where it's 2-on-1, and Deans takes the mark as the taller man. And Latu Green stands the mark.
And Dean just thumps it inside forward 50. The big fly over the back. Papakonstantinou knocked out. Sarin was tackled by Mika Steve. And Papakonstantinou, little handball over the top into no man's land, straight down the throat of Hutchinson, who slams it inside forward 50. Well, it's not even luck of fortune. It was the pick of the bunch, you might call that one, where Klingon takes the mark and he'll have a shot on goal for his second.
Yeah, look.
What can you say? What can you say?
I've not...
Blocked out.
I'm actually speechless at Doncaster East performance this afternoon.
Klingon comes in. Could not be more impressed with how the Devils have played today. He comes in. It's off the side of the boot, but it still creates an option for Badome. Tennant was in the front spot. Kick off the grab by Scott. It goes right of the goalpost, so through for a minor score. 25.5 minutes gone. Well, it's time's just ticking away now. Wantirna South lapping up every moment of this one. 99 plays 33, so 66 is the margin. The devil for the devil as it comes out back in now into the middle of the ground where Deans takes the mark. He'll switch the play in now. Here's a chance here for his teammate there in Baker. Gets set sail for goal. Will it go all the way? No, it won't. Badome was there. He knew it didn't have just enough purchase. He got one handle on it and the Coghill was there too. So another minor score, 14-16 to 4-9, and it's 67 points the margin where Stephen hasn't given up. No. Switches the play back into Ceravolo. He'll create the switch now for Doncaster East. Out wide. Nice fist on there by Klingon. The Doncaster East have the numbers. The old one too. Here's Rami Ayubi on the right boot up towards the half forward line. Just popped it up in the end really, didn't he, as Young takes the mark for Wantirna South. Do they have another goal or two in them? Get these fans even more excited than what they already are. Deans takes it on the left boot. He's had neat skills all afternoon. He didn't hit the target, but they still had the space. He comes back for take two. Snap around the body, bouncing football into the middle of the ground where Sarin was in there. Nicely trapped by Batsanis in a tackle, and will have a bounce just outside the centre square.
Gee, on the form they're showing this afternoon, Wantirna South, I tell you what, they're going to create some real headaches for Mooroolbark next week, I reckon.
Yeah, no doubt there's be some Muzabi faithful and Paris Harvey and co out here today as it comes out now. Inside forward 50 they go once again up towards all thereabouts. Ayubi couldn't take the mark. Little handball over the top, worked out okay, strong boundary tackle as we cross down boundary side to Dyson Baker.
Yeah, boys, Scott Edgecombe in a tracksuit, Tim Cook on ice, and Brad Elms just wandering around on the boundary line. Wanty South already thinking about next week for Mooroolbark.
Yeah, Teakle goes in after it again. You couldn't drag Teakle off even if you tried. He'll continue on and on and on.
Such a hard nut, isn't he?
Oh, he's an absolute ripper, there's no doubt about that.
I reckon Gleeson's got good, since he's done the ruck duties around the ground, he's got involved a lot.
By the restart play here, it'll be Gleeson, that man going up. Knock away by Stephen that time, got about 10 metres or so on that. Little came out towards Ladu Green. Shalakis got the handball away, and now here's Jared Lowther. Broke the tackle okay, looping handball over the top, gets it back towards his teammate in Ladu Green. The old 1-2 inside forward 50 where Jack Martin takes the mark. A little bit too far out to score, so we go towards the limb back direction, who was out in front, and finally they go forward and put it out in front of Dogger, and he takes it about 45 metres out, 45-degree angle.
Yep.
Only 4 goals on the board today for Doncaster East. As the siren sounds, so the shot on goal means absolutely nothing, as Dean Limback comes in and the goal umpire does not move, and he puts it through for his third goal of the afternoon. He's kicked 3 out of 5, Dean Limback, and on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard he's Wantirna South 14-16, 100, destroying Doncaster East out here today at Tormore Reserve 5-9-39. A fantastic team and 4-quarter performance today by the Devils, Brush.